The Bus Rapid Transit BRT is a transport option that relies on the use of dedicated lanes to guarantee fast and reliable bus travel. The Lagos BRT was launched in March 2008 and is today regarded as one of the successful BRT systems around the world. In spite of its imperfections, it has provided affordable, safe and reliable transport for its teeming users. The current BRT, a 22-kilometer bus route, is being extended to Ikorodu, and this means an addition of 13.5-kilometer route. I am Kate Harmony. You're welcome to the program.
Following the socio-economic impacts and success of the Mile 12 to CMS BRT system in the lives of Lagosians, particularly businesses and residents along the corridor, there have been clamor for a replication of the system along other corridors in the state. As it is, the operation is deeply challenged. In spite of the challenge, concerted efforts are on to change the fortune to one all Lagosians will be proud of. Tonight, we shall be discussing the challenges this operation has faced in 6 years of existence from the operator's perspective. Good evening, I'm Obafemi Craig. Join us after the break. This is the news update on Lamata Half-Hour. Road users and residents along the BRT extension corridor between Mile 12 and Ikorodu have been commended by the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata, for their support and cooperation on the ongoing transport project. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Dr. Dayo Mobriola, who made the commendation in Lagos, said the huge success recorded on the project so far will not have been possible without the commitment and cooperation of the road users, commuters, and residents who are daily faced with the associated consequences of such huge project. He said the Lagos State government was committed to delivering the project as promised to the benefits of all, especially the commuters and other road users. According to Dr. Mobriola, all hands on deck and work was moving fast along the various sections of the project to ensure timely delivery. A visit to the corridor showed that the service lanes are already in use on both sides of the road. At some sections, the BRT lane is already taking shape, with some part already stone-based and fitted with culverts. Work has finally commenced on the conversion of the Mile 12 to CMS BRT lanes from flexible to rigid pavement. Scarification of the old flexible pavement started around Kushofe to Ketu on Lagos-bound axis of Ikorodu Road to pave way for replacement with concrete or rigid pavement. The first phase of the pavement conversion project from flexible to rigid, which is part of the upgrade of the Mile 12 to CMS BRT system, will run from Mile 12 to Anthony on both sides of Ikorodu Road. As promised, the activities of the contractors have been restricted to ensure a free flow of traffic along the corridor. The project, when completed, will drastically reduce maintenance costs on the lanes, guarantee smooth ride on BRT buses, and reduce travel time along the corridor. That was a news update. Join us after the break for On the Move.
Basically, what Lamata does is to coordinate public transportation in Lagos State, and we came up with a transport master plan.
Developed together with the World Bank, the objective of this plan is finding long-lasting solutions for the problem of transportation in Lagos. Currently under its first steps of development, the plan has already proven itself a big success, dramatically increasing the connectivity in a city in continuous expansion and enjoying an unparalleled demographic and economic growth.
Our responsibility is to ensure that we provide the necessary infrastructure to meet the growth, to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living, and to make Lagos a vibrant and livable city in years to come.
Lamata, think transport.
The idea of the Bus Rapid Transit BRT came alive in 2007 with a delegation visit to 2 Latin American countries, Colombia and Brazil. However, the performance of this system began to dwindle and commuters began to complain about the state of the roads and poor customer relations of the BRT crew and ticket vendors. The question is, what went wrong? Join me on the move as we find out from the commuters what they have to say about this.
Okay, I'll say it makes your journey faster, but I think it lacks maintenance. It's not properly maintained, and the driver should value people's lives.
So far, so good. It's okay. It's just that sometimes it demands for change. We always have the problem of change. Sometimes they'll tell you they don't have change. And concerning the road, we still need the road to be fixed. And also, we need to have more of the buses because we notice some of the chairs inside the buses is kind of bad, and we need them to be fixed. And we do hope to have more of the buses because we have more people coming to patronize the BRT bus.
My experience is that if we come to collect tickets, they will not give us change until you find change by yourself, and that's not proper. Then at times those drivers, they drive recklessly. They will not take to correction. If you correct them, they will not take to correction. Then we need another bus. At times we wait till the time break before we see BRT.
In the morning, the bus doesn't come in time. Sometimes we spend 45 minutes to 1 hour before you can get bus at my 12. That's where I normally enter BRT in the morning. That's the main problem.
The advice I can give to the BRT management is that they should provide more buses for the people because the population is increased. People are many on the road, so we need more buses.
With less traffic, faster travel time, more productivity, even more jobs. Lagos, my home. Lagos is changing for the best, more than buses.
On its part, the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority Lamata is doing everything possible to bring the service back on track. Part of what it is doing is the turning of the flexible pavement to a rigid pavement, as well as stop further damages to the buses due to bad roads. For On the Move, I am Kate Harmony. The show continues. Please stay with us.
The current BRT system started with 100 buses at inception. Within a space of 1 week, it was obvious that more buses will be needed to meet the passenger demand along the corridor. So, another 120 buses were added to the fleet to bring the total number of buses deployed to 220 buses. At its peak, the BRT system was moving more than 220,000 passengers per day. Lately, however, the operation has a lot of challenges which are currently being resolved. Tonight, we have in the studio two high-ranking officials of the BRT management who will be discussing the challenges and what has been done to improve on the customer experience.
To take the discussion further, we have with us Chief Sunday Yusuf, the Deputy State Chairman and Chairman of the First BRT Cooperative of the Lagos State Council of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, and Mr. Johnson Oguntade, Director of Operations, Mile 12 to CMS BRT System. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Moderator.
Prior to its operations, the commencement of its operations some 6 years ago, the BRT system was a transport option that was foreign to our environment. However, with the transport union and the help of the cooperative, we have come to embrace it. What was the initial experience like?
When the BRT system was introduced about 6 years ago, the reaction was somehow mixed because something that was very new to us and is different from the system we are used to. It's like maybe government is finding a way of getting rid of the system we are used to. So we are a bit skeptical about it. But later, the government made effort to make our leaders then to realize the importance and the benefits of the new system as it's being practiced all over the world. So we embrace it, And as time went on, we discovered that the system is better than our old system because our old system was too rough and time-wasting and not cost-effective. But on getting to know this one and in getting to the practice of it, we discovered that it's a better way, and we even hope to improve on it and make it better to compete well with the world-class standard.
Now, how easy was it to transit from an unregulated system of transportation to a formal and regulated system?
It wasn't very easy because, we have a large number of operators of the old system belonging to the union. And most of the transport owners of the old system are union members. So when the system was introduced, it was like they are going to get rid of them from the road. But the government, through their efforts, they convinced our leaders. The leaders in turn called for a series of meetings whereby all the members were educated, were informed on the betterment of the new system. And that one made it easier for us to embrace it. And all the difficulties of opposition and then hostile reactions of other operators of the previous system, they were able to overcome it. And gradually, as time went on, we saw that more people are embracing it and we're enjoying it.
Chiefs, do you feel the same way?
Yes, sir. I think by this judgment, we have to give thanks to the Excellency about the Rajavachala, our governor, for supporting us. So that is my director have said, and that is the way things goes like.
Okay, talking about your operations, commuters feel that the BRT system is no longer what it used to be. Now I'm thinking, what are the operational challenges you're facing, and what are the things or modalities you're putting in place to mitigate them?
The commuters were true in their reaction that it is not what it used to be, because at the time we started with new buses, and buses were available on the road. But as time went on, it was discovered that things were going down, and the leadership of the union had to come up with a committee that will look into it, why the situations were like that. And that is why we that are talking here now came on board about middle of last year. And we decided that the buses are very old, and the cost of maintenance is getting high every day. And there are challenges from staff too that are frustrating the effort of the management, like pilots conniving with external connivers, siphoning fuel that was not easy to get, and then stealing and selling the spare parts that was purchased with high price. So those are the challenges we are facing, and since then we have been putting things in places to make sure that these things are of the past, these challenges are of the past.
Okay, could you be more specific? What are the things you're putting in place to make sure this stops or is being controlled?
Immediately we came in, we discovered that those buses needed to be replaced or overhauled and refurbished. We have taken steps. His Excellency also met with us and asked us for any assistance that we would need. We told him, he gave us the encouragement that we should be turning out about 10 buses refurbished every month. We started that in August last year. Now we have over 70 buses refurbished. And with the help of the government and our bankers, we were able to get 50 new buses in September last year, because we had a plan of phasing out the old buses that are not performing again. So very soon, another 50 will be in our depot to join the already got 50. So by that, gradually we get all the old buses phased out. We have new buses, and the Lagosians, we have cause to smile again by riding new buses. And right now, the new buses are already operating and they are enjoying it.
And some other areas that commuters are complaining about is the fact that the state of the buses, that's number one, and the behavior of your crew members and ticket vendors, that they are rude to them. So whose responsibility it is to train these member of staff, and what is being done to ensure that they conform to a civilized norm?
If we look at the issue of BRT, it's not the union or the operator that is solely responsible for the maintenance and the general running of the scheme, because it's government-oriented. The public we are just participants in the scheme. The Lamata is the regulating body, whereas the union is the operators.
Okay.
So most of these things that we are doing are jointly done by the two parties. We meet, we brainstorm together to fashion ways of improving our services to the commuters. Most of the trainings are being carried out by both of us to get our pilots, our bus officers, and the ticket vendors to give them the normal orientation of how to deal with the public so that the public will not have any cause to complain about our services.
Okay.
And that one is ongoing. We do it every time, from time to time.
What the director have just said, that the Lamata have been helping us in the BRT, and the other members of the National Union, and our boss, which have to be Alhaji Tajudeen Agbede, that is our state chairman, and our president at Abuja, Alhaji Najim Yasin, they have been helping in that area. So what the director have just said
is in line with what you
in
represent.
line with it, yes.
We know, Mr. Oguntade, that Lamata regulates your operations. How has this function impacted your operations and management?
The issue of Lamata and we as operator is like fish and water. You know that fish cannot survive without water. And the input from Lamata has always been very, very helpful to us, because they are the people that have gone far and wide to study this system before they bring it here. And we are happy that we too, we are responsive operators, that whatever they tell us, we always abide with it and try it. And we have seen that there is nothing that they have brought to us that we practice that we have ever regretted. It has always been positive. So they have been very, very helpful. They are like fathers to us.
So what is your strategy for the future?
What we are aiming at is to make our BRT in Nigeria to be of the same standard with wherever they are practicing it in advanced world, in the advanced countries. That is why we have the plan of replacing the old buses from time to time, and those ones that we make it do with refurbishment, we refurbish them. Then we continue to train our staff so that their attitude to commuters will be friendly. They won't have any cause to regret the people that we put on the road to manage the system. So by the grace of God, we are hoping that within the shortest time possible, we'll be able to beat our chest and say that anywhere in the world we can compare with what is operating there.
I think that's what we're all looking up to, okay?
Exactly, that's the final.
Anywhere in the world that this can be measurable to any international standard.
Yes, like what they have in Colombia,
And
Brazil, and all those places, yeah. We'll take more questions, this time from our audience, after the break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is obvious from what the representatives of the BRT operators said that the BRT system is for the people and it is run by the people. In this regard, your opinion counts. We're now set to take your questions, comments, and contributions.
From the inception of the BRT system, the prices were low. I mean, at the inception, the prices were low. But now, the prices are really high, even more than the danfo, the normal danfo we used to know. So why is it like that?
Since inception, we started with 50 naira and 70 naira. And later on, when the prices of fuel increased, we had to seek permission from Lamata because we were not able to meet up with the expenses we were experiencing then. Before they approved it that we should be charging 70 naira minimum and 120 naira maximum. And since then, that was about 5 years ago. Since then, there has never been any increase. It has been stable. Compared to Danfo that are charging up to 150, 200 to the same destination. So we have not increased our own prices since about 4 years ago. It has been stable. And that is different from what other people are charging.
I'd like to ask, what are you doing to restore the buses? When you travel, if you need to stop, you press on the bell. But now the bells are gone, the seats are off, the buses are looking terrible. So what are you doing, sir, to restore them to the original, to the way they were originally?
Thank you very much for that question, because it is one of the key things that we too are working on. You know, when the buses are getting old, there is bound to be, after long time of usage, some things worn out, some things got damaged. Every day we are attending to it, making repairs where necessary. And I've told the audience here that we are planning to replace our buses, to phase out the old buses. We have just changed 50. Within the next few weeks or before 2 months' time, we'll have another 50, making new 100 buses working for us. And we've refurbished those ones that need. And presently, most of our buses, the bell inside are operating. So all the one-off seats are being replaced every day. That's what we are doing every day. We're on top of it.
We'd like to thank you for your questions. Back to Kate.
Thank you, Craig. So what thought would you like to leave with our commuters and viewers at home?
Thank you, our viewers and the commuters and all Lagosians in general, for your patronage, for forbearance on the areas that needs improvement, and for the hope and the faith you have that we are going to improve on it. We are assuring you that within the shortest time possible, we are going to make our services more interesting and more enjoyable to you. Thank you. God bless.
Chief Yusuf, what do you have to say to us?
Thank you very much. Once again, I would like to thank the Excellency, Governor Babatunde Rajifashola, and the Lamata, and my able chairman, Alhaji Tajuddin Agbede, that is our state chairman, and all our customers, and all the members of National Union of Road Transport Workers in Lagos State for their supporting. May God bless every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of the program. We hope to see you sometime soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Still a matter of hour. We'll be back after the break. I guess them don't thank una, and then talk say this BRT way they don't start so. Now they work well, make it they go up, make it better, even pass waiting other country them get. I beg you, make we they support BRT. Now for we own good o.
Àbábọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn àlejò wa sọ fún wa lórí ètò tòní ni ìdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ará Èkó fún ìfaradà, àdúrótì àti àtìlẹ́yìn yín. Wọ́n fi yé wa wípé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ làwọn máa gbé láti rí pé gbogbo ètò tó tọ́ tó yẹ ni àwọn máa ṣe láti mú dàgbàsókè ju bí ó ti wà lọ. Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí fún àtìlẹ́yìn yín.
To find out more about us, you can use the details now appearing on your screen. We'd love to hear from you.
Every member of our audience goes home with a loaded Lagos Connect card. Till next week.
Lamata.
Think Transport! Eko Akete, Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT